Hello, I'm Frances Carmen. I'm a registered nurse. I'm here to talk today about infection control. Infection control is about controlling the pathogens that cause infection. This happens before you even leave your home in the morning to go take care of your consumer. By washing up, keeping yourself clean, dressing in clean clothes, you have already started the process of infection control. When you arrive at your consumer's home, there's a couple of things you need to think about. Bringing your purse in, setting on the table. Purses are notoriously full of bacteria. Don't put stuff on tables. One of the big parts of infection control is hand washing. Hand washing is very important. People say, when do I wash my hands? We wash your hands all the time. Before preparing food, before and after putting gloves on or taking them off. Hand washing is something you do constantly. Is there a right way to do hand washing? Yes, there is. And we'll go ahead and show you how hand washing is done correctly. The first thing in hand washing, you want to be sure that you remove all jewelry before washing your hands. Watches, bracelets, rings, and you want to wet your hands. Get the hands wet before you get the soap. Then you want to use friction to help get rid of any bacteria. Wash your hands thoroughly, washing all aspects. About 30 seconds it takes to wash your hands. Usually about singing a song, Happy Birthday or the ABCs would be sufficient. And then you want to rinse your hands thoroughly. Taking paper towel to dry your hands. Drying from the tips down. In home care, you might need to turn the faucets off, and you could use a paper towel to do so. In this situation, we don't have faucets, and that is hand washing. Alcohol-based hand sanitizers is another option for breaking the chain of infection. Using these needs to be done when your hands are not visibly soiled or when you don't have running water available to you. What you do is you just place some on your hand and then just rub it in until it dries, and then be on to your next task. An individual needs to be aware of when they're contagious, and if they are, should they be wearing a mask, or should they be even going to work? The other thing is if you have a cold or a cough, you shouldn't be sneezing without coughing into your elbow. If you're using a tissue, you should be washing your hands after using tissues and blowing your nose, and making sure you dispose of those properly as well. In closing, infection control is something you need to think about every day when you go to work, every day when you're at home. Always think about infection control. Think about what you're doing and what kind of bacteria you may be spreading from one place to the next. Think about what you just touched and should you wash your hands. And infection control is one of the major things that you can do to protect yourself, your family, and your consumers.